So I discovered an issue this morning with Spectrum, and I'm starting to wonder with Electrify America, for example. People say that they are intentionally making the experience bad so that people will not want to go to electric cars. Electrify America was created because Volkswagen was caught up in this diesel scandal thing several years ago, and their punishment was creating an EV charging network for electric vehicles because their diesels sure didn't save the environment. And they did it because it was their punishment, not because they wanted to. And a lot of people are saying, they made it so bad to just try to keep people from going electric. It's intentionally bad. And I don't know if that's true or not, but there's a lot of facts starting to stack up against them. So now I'm kind of wondering if Spectrum does the same thing. And it's not like, oh, well, we're going to keep people off the internet. No. I think it's more about personal gain. And I'll tell you what I mean. This morning, I got an email from a customer asking some questions about my business, what I offer, blah, blah, blah. A lot of people do that. They'll go to the website and they'll be like, oh, that's a website, and here's a contact button. Not going to read anything else. And so, I kind of just give them short, whatever answers. So that's what I did to him. I replied, I was like, yep, here's the website. All your questions are answered on the website. You need to read it. So, not in that mean of a tone, but yeah, pretty much, that was my reply. I was busy, got places to go, things to do, people to see, so, I said that wrong. Anyway, so yeah, sent him the link back, told him, here's the website, all your questions are answered here, and moved on. Usually when I reply with a website to someone, I always click the link to make sure I typed it right. Did I spell it right? Was I right or was I wrong? Was it my fault? I click the link and I get sent to an ad site, which is clearly not my website. And it's like, you've seen those websites where it's like you go to doggroomers.com. I don't know, just as an example, that may actually exist, but you go to doggroomers.com and it pops up like 5 boxes on the page. Dog groomers in your area 2022, click here now. It's clearly just an ad site. It doesn't actually serve a purpose. None of those links are going to take you where you want to go. It's junk. Well, that's what I stumbled upon this morning when I clicked my own website, and I was like, oh, that's not right. So I was checking the link. Did I send the customer the wrong link? What happened? I'm checking it. Everything looks right. So I go over I have a directory listing of all my websites for whatever reason, I don't know, but they're all typed right, and I know they are because I've tested them, so they work. I go to that directory listing and I click my website just to make sure, all is good, and it takes me right straight back to the same ad site, and I'm like, dang it, someone must have hacked my website. So first thing I checked was my DNS to make sure it was still pointing to my server. It was. Okay, that's a good step. So then I log into my server and I suspend the domain because obviously it's not my website anymore, it's something else. So I suspend the domain and I go, just start checking things. I check the index file and everything looks normal. And I'm like, what? Well, how is it displaying this ad site if the website is normal and the DNS is pointing to me? So as a complete random idea, I turn off Wi-Fi. I go to the website, everything loads perfectly fine. No problems, no ad site. Now, how a company like Spectrum could have this type of issue is beyond me. They're having major issues with their DNS, clearly. But it only does it on my website, and all the other major websites, Facebook, Google, all those work just fine. Just my website. And it kind of got me to thinking, is this intentional? Because you can handpick as an ISP, you can handpick small, not so important domains and just send them over to your ad site to gain a little bit of ad revenue rather than sending them to the actual website, and no one's going to know. There's probably not even a chance it'll be complained about because It's a low traffic website to begin with. Who cares? I don't know, but it did get me to thinking, is this intentional? Because no other website's having this issue. My website's been fine for years, never changed a thing, and all of a sudden, now I'm redirected to an ad site. And it only does it on Spectrum. I'm going to go to work here in a few minutes, and I'm going to test it on AT&T Enterprise connection and see if it does it there, but I'm pretty confident it's not going to. So